Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the Two Noble Kinsmen and we only have 4 days of this left to go. We've made it to Act 5, Scene 4, which is the last official scene in the play. There is an epilogue, which we'll get to in a couple days. But yeah, we're down to the last 4 monologues in this play. And we're going to get to hear from Palamon today. He kicks off Act 5, Scene 4. But just quick recap. Palamon and his guys fought Arcite and his guys, and Arcite won. It sounded like Palamon was going to win, but then he didn't. It turns out that Arcite pushed Palamon into the pole first, so Palamon and his guys are supposed to die, and Arcite gets to marry Emilia. And Emilia is kind of mortified by this whole thing, and Hippolyta's like, you know, how sad that somebody has to die because these guys couldn't figure their things out. So we start off Act 5, Scene 4 with Palamon and his guys being brought in by the jailer and the guards that are seeing them to their execution, like you do. And Palamon is sort of musing on the situation, and he says, "There's many a man alive that hath outlived the love of the people. Yea, in the selfsame state stands many a father with his child. Some comfort we have by so considering. We expire, and not without men's pity. To live still, have their good wishes, we prevent the loathsome misery of age, beguile the gout and rheum that in lag hours attend for grey approachers. We come towards the gods young and unwappered, not halting under crimes many and stale. That sure shall please the gods sooner than such, to give us nectar with them, for we are more clear spirits. My dear kinsmen, whose lives for this poor comfort are laid down, you have sold him too cheap." So he, in typical Palamon fashion, he's trying to make the best out of this situation. He's like, there's plenty of people that live long enough to become hated by those around them. So the fact that we are dying young, and before we've become criminals and pissed everybody off, and before our bodies have started to rot and we've gotten gout and all these sorts of things, we're going off to meet the gods young and healthy. So isn't that going to be a nice treat for the gods to get some young, healthy men to hang out with them? But then he acknowledges the fact that this is terrible, that these 3 other guys have to die young and energetic because of how all of this, because of how the whole thing laid out. But the 3 knights that are with him are like, we're set for this. We knew what we were getting into. Let's, make the best out of all of this. And we're right behind you and we've got your back and all that sort of a thing. And then the Palamon recognizes the jailer and he's like, "Oh, hey, jailer, your daughter set me free. That was kind of her. I hope that she's not in too much trouble. I heard that she was a little, how's she doing?" And the jailer tells us that she's fine, that she's basically recovered, and that she's going to be getting married soon. Because remember, they had the wooer pretend to be Palamon and have everybody talk the wooer up as if he was Palamon, hoping that if her other senses could be re-inspired or reignited, then she would come back to her wits. And apparently that's working, because now she's going to be marrying the wooer, and the jailer is happy about that. And Palamon's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Here, give her this money." He hands over his purse. He's like, "Give her this money as a dowry or a wedding present," sort of a thing. And the other 3 knights are all like, yeah, she seemed like she was a nice girl. So they all give all of their money to the jailer to give to the jailer's daughter so that she will have some money as she starts out her married life. And then Palamon's like, "Okay, I guess it's me." So he goes and he puts his head down on the chopping block, and everybody's like, we're with you, we're with you. And then a messenger runs in and says, "Wait! Don't kill him yet." And we'll find out what that's all about tomorrow. I'll see you then.